What I'm about to show you is a super efficient solution that you can make right at home. And the effectiveness could be considered through the roof if you use it right. So let's start right away. To start, we're going to be using a banana, but more specifically the skin. So peel it off, as banana skin actually contains a really high amount of potassium, along with phosphorus and calcium, which are exactly the nutrients an orchid needs to rebuild strong roots and push out new blooms. Once you've got the skin, cut it into small pieces and start packing them into a container or a jar. The smaller the pieces, the faster it's going to break down and release those nutrients into the water. The next ingredient is eggshell, so just crush it up before packing it in with the banana skin. Crushed eggshell is loaded with calcium, which helps build strong, sturdy roots and reinforces the plant's cell walls. Think of it as the structural support the plant needs to hold everything else together. Finally, fill the entire jar with hot water. Not boiling, just hot enough to help pull all those nutrients out of the banana skin and eggshell faster. Close the lid, and we're going to let this sit and steep for a while. After around 30 minutes, go ahead and strain the solution out. What you're left with is a warm, nutrient-rich mixture packed with potassium, phosphorus, and calcium, everything the plant needs to rebuild its roots and push out new growth. We're going to add just a bit more water to dilute everything down. You don't want this solution too concentrated, or it can actually shock the roots instead of helping them. Now, pour the solution into a watering can of your choice. Anything you've got lying around the house works fine. It doesn't need to be anything special. Now, begin watering around the base of the plant. Go slow and steady, letting it soak all the way down into the medium instead of just running straight through. Pour a little, wait a few seconds, then pour a little more, giving the lava rock time to actually absorb the solution, instead of letting it just pool at the bottom and drain straight out. You want every part of that root system to get a real chance to soak up all those nutrients we just packed into this solution. After 50 days? Look at this. The transformation speaks for itself. The leaves have filled out, thick and firm, with that deep, healthy green color that tells you the plant is finally getting everything it needs. No more yellowing around the edges, no more soft spots, no more drooping. Just steady, strong growth from top to bottom. And if you look closely at the base, you can already see new roots pushing through the lava rock, pale and firm, reaching outward for more space to grow into. Even the newer leaves near the center look tender and are still actively unfurling, which tells you this plant hasn't just recovered, it's still Now, let's move on to our next solution. For this one, we're going to be using red pepper and garlic. The garlic brings allicin, a natural compound that's released the moment you crush or cut into it. The red pepper brings capsaicin. That's the exact same compound that makes it spicy, and pests absolutely cannot stand it. So start by cutting them into small pieces and adding them straight into a mortar. We're not making a fertilizer this time. This one's all about defense, as together, this combination creates a natural barrier that keeps mold, fungus, and unwanted bugs away from the plant without a single harsh chemical. Then, using a pestle, start grinding them down. Really work it. You want to break down the cell walls of both the garlic and the pepper as much as possible. The more you crush and grind, the more allicin and capsaicin gets released into the mixture. Now, pack it all up into a jar. Scrape every bit of that paste in. You don't want to waste any of it. Then fill the jar with water, just enough to fully cover the mixture. Now, the next ingredient we're going to add in is a bit of alcohol. Just a small amount is all you need. Alcohol actually helps pull the capsaicin out of the pepper more effectively than water alone. And it also acts as a natural preservative, so this mixture will keep and stay potent for longer. Because this is such a strong, concentrated solution, we're only going to use a small amount at a time, saving the rest for future use. So only about 20 milliliters of it. That's more than enough to treat the plant without overwhelming it. Using the solution, we're going to mix it directly into a handful of water, diluting it down so it's gentle enough for the plant, but still strong enough to keep pests and fungus away. The last ingredient we're going to add in is a spoonful of dish soap into the solution, as this will act as a natural surfactant, breaking down the surface tension of the water. Without it, the solution just beads up and rolls right off the leaves. But with a bit of soap in there, it spreads out evenly and actually sticks to the surface, giving it enough time to work. With the solution ready, we're going to fill it into a spray can this time. Give it one last shake to make sure everything's properly mixed together, and we're ready to start applying it to the plant. From here on, routine care is the key to real plant growth. Consistency beats intensity every single time. It's not about doing one big treatment and expecting a miracle overnight. It's about showing up for this plant week after week and letting that steady care slowly compound over time. A little bit of attention done consistently will always outperform a burst of effort that fizzles out after a week. That's really the secret nobody tells you. There's no shortcut, no single magic fix, just the discipline of sticking with it, even on the days it feels boring or repetitive, and trusting that the plant is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it.
các
And
bạn.
there you have it.
Chúc các
That's
bạn.
exactly how you grow a struggling plant back using nothing but a few things from your own kitchen. If this helped you out, drop a comment and let me know how your plant's doing. Give this a like, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next one.